Hello, hello.
Oh, hi, Josh. Oh, another first one student.
You're the first student. Yes, hello.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. My name is Aisha.
Very nice to meet you, Aisha. How are you? How are you doing today?
Oh, yeah. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a little bit early here where I live in the United States, but it's okay. It's fine.
Oh, which
It's
city you're from?
I live in Arizona. I live near Phoenix.
Oh, I see. I've never been
Yes.
there.
Yes, it's a very nice place. Very hot. If you like
Oh,
hot, dry weather, then Arizona's the best. But if you're not a fan of
oh,
hot
really?
weather, then it's not the place for you.
Uh,
Um,
what the, yeah, what the Celsius today in your place?
well, it's 5 a.m. over here, and we already have 29 degrees Celsius.
Oh, I
So
see.
by noon,
Like
it's
10
going to
more.
go
Yeah.
up to 40.
Oh God, that's really hard. Cause like
That's hot.
I think
Yes.
nowhere can compete with Taiwan. Yeah, but yeah, sounds you
Well,
guys really very
yeah,
hot there.
yeah.
Really
Taiwan is
hot,
also a
right?
hot
Yeah,
place, but yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's very humid, and we right now it's 8 o'clock in the evening. It's 30
Mhm,
degrees at Celsius.
mhm, mhm. Well, yeah, there you go. You guys are having that nice climate because of the sea and everything, you know. It's
Yeah,
very,
exactly.
yeah, very, very convenient. Well, out here we don't have a lot of water, and there's a lot of sun, so it gets hotter. Um,
Okay.
Aisha, you joined the session, and do you know what our topic is for today?
Oh yeah, it's about the movie. It's like related to Marvel, right? I'm sorry I didn't
Yes.
preview it, but I guess I guess I just take a sneak. Okay, it's about movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, generally it's about movies, of course, yeah. But the topic that we have here is about a man who actually made his name in comic books, and then became sort of a movie legend. But his name is Stan Lee. Did you
Oh
hear about
yeah,
Stan
yeah,
Lee?
yeah, exactly. I know him because like he show up almost in every Marvel movie, and each time I like I spot him. It's
Okay.
like
Well,
oh
yes,
no, it's Stan Lee, like
yes,
that.
yes. That was his trademark. His trademark was showing up doing cameos. You know the word cameo? I'll put it in. Let me show you
Okay.
in the materials. But I'm also going to start my little Google Translate thing here. I need to find it first. Oh, there we go. All right. So this would be the word cameo uh, means when a person shows up in a movie, but just for a very small time, right? And then we would say, oh, that's a cameo.
Yeah.
As you can see here, small
Okay.
character part. Yeah.
Okay.
And as for Stan Lee, basically, I mean, if you want to talk about him, yeah, we'll talk about him. If not, we'll talk about something else. We'll talk about whatever you want. But uh, would you like to watch a video of Stan?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Okay, I'll play it for you. All right. Here we go. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I have to set things up first.
No worries. Take your
Um,
time.
yes, because when I share my screen, I have to also share my audio. There we go. Now you would be able to hear. Now you'll be able to hear what the video is all about. Okay, here we go. Oh, hopefully the video is still here.
Yeah, because the internet is quite slow.
Well, not on my end though, but I think the video might be a little bit, well,
Oh, okay.
oh, okay.
My mother
There
used
we
to
go.
say that when I was having lunch or dinner at home, if I didn't have a book to read, I'd be reading the label on the ketchup bottle. And in fact, one of the gifts that I got one Christmas, my mother bought me a little metal stand that you could put a book on, so while you're eating, you could be reading the book. There were the Hardy Boys, Don Sturdy, and Tom Swift. One was an adventurer, one was an inventor. I loved Emile Zola. I loved Charles Dickens. Whenever I got an extra 50 cents, I'd buy one of those books. In those days, grown-ups hated comics, didn't want their children to read them particularly. So I figured I'm not going to use my real name, which I'm saving for posterity, for these silly comic books. So I cut my first name into two, called myself Stan Lee. And it was a living, and I was doing the best I could to make the stories a little bit better, but the kind of stories my publisher wants me to do are banal. They're juvenile. They're nothing. I said to my wife, there's got to be something better than this. So Joni said to me, why don't you write one book the way you'd like to do it? So at that time, my publisher, Martin Goodman, said, give me a new superhero book. I think superheroes may sell.
Superman!
But I didn't want to do superheroes just like Superman or Batman. I wanted something a little more original and where I played up the personality of the characters more and where there were surprises. And I came up with the Fantastic Four. And I called Jack Kirby, who was the best artist we had, and I asked him if he would draw it. It sold very well. We had never gotten fan mail before, but we started getting fan mail, and that started it. So I dreamed up Spider-Man and the Hulk and the X-Men and all the others. What I tried to do was take these characters who are obviously bigger than life and fictitious and make them seem real. They've got these powers, they do wonderful things, but what are the things that worry them? What are the things that frustrate them? I tried to write a well-rounded character with every character I did, rather than just somebody who is extra strong and can beat up the bad guys. If you're writing about people, you have to make the people come to life. I know I always loved reading Sherlock Holmes, and I loved the way Sherlock Holmes spoke, and the way Dr. Watson spoke, and you could tell one from the other. They didn't speak the same way. And the same with any good books. You didn't have to read Joe said or Sam said. You knew who said it by the way the words were written. In the beginning, I wrote all the scripts myself. I typed them out, wrote them. After a while, I was writing almost every book, and we had a lot of books, and there wasn't time to do it. Kirby would be waiting for a script, and I couldn't keep him with nothing to do. So I would say, look, Jack, I don't have time to write your script, but here's the story I want to tell, and here's how we'll end it. I gave him whatever I wanted the story to be. And I said, now you draw it any way you want. I'll put in the dialogue and the captions later. So he would work just from an outline, a verbal outline that I gave him. He'd put in a lot of details that I hadn't even thought of, and that was great. And I did the same with all the other artists. One reason that our stories were so successful is I had these great artists illustrating them. Kirby was good, Ditko was good, John Romita was good, John Buscema, Gene Colan. And I tried to get the best people I could, even though we couldn't pay more than anyone else, and we very often paid less. I tried to make the job as interesting as I could. Even though they were comic strips, it would be great if we could make them readable and enjoyable and having something to say.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can.
What would you like people to be left with from your career?
He wrote some good stories. I don't think about that much. When I'm gone, I really don't care. It doesn't do you any good when you're gone.
There we go. That was the video about Stan Lee. Are you a fan of comic books? You like to read them?
Actually, I'm a fan of Japanese comic book, but not for American comic books. But I definitely a Marvel movie fan.
Oh, okay. So you like Marvel movies, right?
Yeah.
And you're a fan of, I'm guessing, anime, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
like anime or manga books, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Stan Lee basically designed the whole world that we now see in Marvel movies. And what do you think about these little snippets? Let me share my screen again.
Okay.
Of his stories. What do you think of this one? He says, and in fact, one of the gifts that I got one Christmas, my mother bought me a little metal stand that you could put a book on. So while you're eating, you could be reading the book.
That's
Do you
very
think-
interesting.
Yeah, do you think things like these kind of make people or help people become, become the things they want to do in their life, the kind of things that happen to you in the childhood that just move on into your adult life, and then you're just being you, because of the little metal stand that he got from his mother. I mean, I find these things very very fascinating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we also have some discussion questions. I mean, these are all just parts from the video, right? But maybe we can discuss these. Would you like to work in the movie industry? What do you think?
Actually, I want to be an actress.
Okay.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I could, yeah, I think it would be fun to do like part of a role in the movie. It should be very fun.
So you do want to be an actor. And do you have any movie acting experience?
Actually, no, but when I was in university, I joined a drama club. So actually, I was the actress, and also I direct one play. But I find out I'm more like play in front of the audience, because
Okay.
I try to do the audition as as for actress, but I did very bad. I performed so bad because I feel so awkward to just to stare at the camera. I feel so uncomfortable to perform. I'm more like a real people in front of me. So I didn't got I didn't got the character.
You didn't get the part.
Yeah, I didn't get the part, but I still enjoy to play. I mean, like to act in a real play, and a real audience in front of me.
So you're more of a theater actress.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how we would put it. You're a theater actress. You need live audience, right? You need a live audience to help you show your creativity, right?
Yeah.
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 It is very different to act in front of an audience and then to act, in front of a camera. It's you have to imagine the things
Yeah.
that people are seeing, and especially in these Marvel movies, right? Being so filled with special effects,
Yeah.
right? Special effects.
Yes.
It's I'm getting a feeling that you do understand everything I say, but I will put some things
Sure.
here in our translation box. So when you do special effects, right? The idea for an actor is to just be in a big empty storage, right? Storage that would that would, back in the old days, they probably do it a little bit differently today, but it's all covered in green color, right? So the actor is there and the actor is being filmed, but the idea for the actor is to imagine all of these things that are going to be digitally added later, right?
Yeah,
Do you know about CGI?
I have no idea of it.
CGI is a computer generated image, all right?
Okay.
So let me just give you a sort of a quick idea of what a CGI image would be, right? See, this
Oh.
is basically what we mean, all right? This is how it looks like. And this is a really nice little rendition. Let me put this word in chat as well. Rendition of how it looks like when actors are doing it and how it looks like in the final product, right? So the lower half is 4 actors running on treadmills. You see the treadmills down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how they look like in the studio, right? They're on a treadmill, they're running, and then you have this, right? You have the final product in the upper part, which is they're being chased or something, I don't know, by an army, and there's Hulk behind them, and they're in a forest of some sort, and so on. So this is the kind of thing that like Marvel, when we talk about Marvel, movies, this kind of thing happens. That's the way they do it, right? That's the way they make those movies. But let's say hello to Chloe and Weston. Hello, Chloe. Hello, Weston. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you guys doing this evening? Chloe, how are you?
Hello. Hello. I'm very good today. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay. Weston, hello. How are you?
Also very good.
Okay, excellent. So Aisha and I were talking about how actors act in Marvel movies. Are you guys fan of movies?
I like to watch movies, but I'm not the person who always watch movies.
Okay, so you like to, but it's not like you need to watch a movie. Like me, for example, I'm such a movie buff, I need to watch a movie every now and then. Okay, what about you, Chloe? Are you a fan of movies?
I seldom watch movie.
You seldom watch movies. Well, what we are doing here is we're talking about Stan Lee and Marvel movies and acting. But maybe you guys, since there's 3 of us, maybe we can have a little discussion just here, right? We can go, or maybe we can go to breakout room. Maybe I can send you guys to a breakout room and then you can talk about movies. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we can do that. So what's the topic?
Well, I have the movies as a topic. I would have maybe several questions for you. Okay, general questions, really. Let me just quickly grab these for you guys. And yeah, just a very sort of random list of discussion questions. I'm not going to put a lot of it in, just maybe a few. Yeah, something like this. Do you prefer novels or movies? Which movie would you like to live in? That's a good question. If you could live in a movie, which movie would it be? What's the best movie you've ever seen? Do you prefer watching movies at the cinema or on TV? Who's the biggest movie hero ever and the biggest ever bad guy? Which country makes the best movies? Who are your favorite movie stars? And what's the worst movie you've ever seen? These are all movie questions, but if you guys are okay with having a little chat on your own, in a breakout room, we can go to breakout room, and then I can listen in on you guys in that breakout room and see how your discussion is going. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, make sure you take you make copies of these questions, because we might lose them, right? So I'm going to start one room for you guys. Create one room, and I'm going to put the three of you here. Aisha, Chloe, Weston. All right, here we go. The other two will be here soon, and then we'll try that. The second option will have 2 breakout rooms. You can have a talk with Weston. I'll have a talk with Aisha for say, I don't know, 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and then we'll come back and chat some more in the big room.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
We are
What's
back.
And
We are back.
yes, we're all back now. So let's give that
Sorry.
the. Yes, Aisha, go ahead. Yeah.
It's correct? Because I think we should in the breakout room.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, Weston, Chloe, are you okay with that? We can totally do that. Yeah, let's do that. So in this case, Aisha, you and I will just stay in this room, and then what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to put.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to put Chloe and Weston in one room, right? And they can have their practice, and you and I can stay here for a few minutes, have a discussion. But then in that case, I'd have to go, I have to jump from this room to the other room.
Oh, I see. So you pull out then, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I want to listen to them speak as well. I want to help them out. But you're also here, so we can have a chat. And there also seem to be both fans of Disney animation. So
yeah.
What about you? Are you a fan of Disney?
Yes, I also a fan of Disney as well. Yeah. So I like Frozen. So I watched Frozen 1 and Frozen 2. And also I watched the musical as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing like? Yes.
Oh yeah, because I was a flight attendant. So if I have chance to fly to New York, I always watch the musical, and especially the Disney production.
I see. I was just going to ask if there's such a thing like Disney on Ice in Taiwan or something like that. But now that you mentioned,
yeah, actually yes, they also have like a show like in Taiwan, but I didn't watch that. I think that most of the audience are children.
Yeah, it is. It is designed for kids. It's a kids show.
Yeah.
Disney on Ice it's one of the most common shows. One of the oldest shows that Disney started, like back in the 40s, if I'm not mistaken, because during winter time, you couldn't really do the whole Disney World thing, and they just basically got professional ice skaters to work for them and be in the costumes of the Disney characters. Yeah, it's been going around forever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else can I ask you? Let's take a look at these questions here that we have in chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the worst movie. What do you think of this one? What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
Well, I have watched too many worst movies. Actually, I really like to watch the zombie movie. I think I almost done all the zombie series, but some of them are really bad. But I couldn't remember the name of it. But some zombie movie is ridiculous, like no fun at all.
Yeah, every zombie movie is just worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the special effect is very bad. Some of them are really bad, so fake. I don't like that. I want like a real like zombie be killed on the shadow of the head. I feel so great to see the bullet inside. Wow. It's so relaxed, so comfort. It's like really comfort me. So I want to see it's like real.
So when did you see the first zombie movie? Like what was were you a teenager or was it after when you were an adult?
Oh yeah, after I became an adult.
After you became an adult.
Yeah, but because I usually is like have a restriction like above 18 years old for this kind of movie, right? Yeah, I mean in Taiwan. like certain movie they have different class. Like this
Yes.
movie is only allowed
Yeah.
to like from 12 to 15 and like above 18, something like that.
Yes, it's called the guidance, parental guidance.
Yeah, the guidance.
Yeah, I will put that in
Yeah. I think my first zombie movie is definitely The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead.
Oh, The Walking Dead was your first
Yeah.
one. Oh,
Yeah,
I
but
see,
yeah,
I see.
but that one is a series, very long series.
It's a very long show. That's right.
Yeah.
And it's still going on, I think.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
still
they
going. I need
didn't
to follow.
stop. Yeah, they didn't stop the production yet. I watched a few episodes, but it takes time. Each
Yeah.
episode is about 55 minutes or something. It takes a
it's
lot
like
of time.
never endless.
Yes, yeah. Okay, Aisha, I'm gonna go see how the guys are doing in the
Sure.
room. Yeah, Chloe and Weston. I'm gonna see what's going on with them, and then I will be with you in a few minutes. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep, they're having a great talk.
Okay, nice.
Is going. So Aisha, we hate zombie movies. We like being an actress. And what else do we have of our movie discussions here? Where's my list of things? Here it is, the materials. What do you think of this question? Are movies good for us? It's a great question. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think, yes, but there are some bad movies. I mean, some movies they don't have any meaning, but some are very good. You feel touched. You feel you want to think more about your life or your relationship. Yeah, so I think movies definitely is a great entertainment for people.
So you do think they're a good thing for us? Okay, because there's a lot of violent movies with violence, and Japanese anime is also, some of those are really filled with violence. Do you think there's an influence an influence on us with that kind of depiction of violence?
Personally, I would say no, because like for people, if they say, oh, they get influenced by the movie, so he wanted to kill people or rape people, I think it's their problem, because I watch a lot of killing movies. I like to watch killing movie. Yeah, I really like bloody movie, but I don't want to kill people.
Right.
I feel relaxed watching them.
Right,
But
right.
those people, they just find it like excuses, say, oh, it's because I learned from the movie. No, it's not fair at all. If everybody like be influenced by the movie, everyone should be the killer, right?
Right. I agree with you. But it is a little bit, it's a little bit tricky, right? I mean, you would have to have your own sort of understanding and awareness that it's just a movie, right?
Yeah.
So I guess for us, like for you, when you watch a movie made in the United States, you know that's not your world.
Yeah.
But here it is. When people from here watch a movie, they don't need subtitles, and they're very familiar with what they see in the movie. Houses look the same, streets look the same. So I think that's kind of the tricky part, right? Of why some things happen here in the United States and they're related to movies. It's because of inability to know that what you're seeing is a movie and not a real life, because a lot of things you see in those movies are the things you see in real life.
Oh yeah, I got your point. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, kind of tricky. Yeah, I mean, if you had a situation where the same thing would be happening, for example, in Taiwan, where you would see so many familiar things in movies, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but we also have like, I mean, Taiwanese movie, we are very violent, because a lot of them relate to gangster fighting, killing. Yeah, and it's all related to our daily life, like the street. Okay, I can notice, oh, this is the place I usually go shopping. Something I can tell what you wanted to say, but I think if the person's mindset is good, it's proper, and we should not like really follow what the movie like really shows. I mean, we should tell, oh, it's not real. We should not do that.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
I agree with you completely, because you must have this ability, right, to understand what fiction is and what reality is, of course. Yes, even though it is tricky. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to bring Chloe and Weston back. Okay. Yeah, we'll have a talk with them too. I mean, they're having a great talk over there, but I kind of want to, I want two of them also to be a part of our conversation.
Sure.
As for the other questions, you do bring out a very good point. As for the other questions, what else do we have here? Maybe there's a question here you would like to choose. Is there a question here that you would like to choose? Maybe. Welcome back, guys. Yes. Where's Chloe's here too, right?
Oh.
Yeah, there she is. Okay. I'm just showing Aisha the list of questions that we can discuss. So as soon as Aisha chooses one, I thought maybe each one of us chooses a question and then we all discuss it together. What do you think of that? Would that sound something like you guys would want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So Aisha, your question is?
Number 4, which movie would you like to live in?
Which movie would you like to live in? Okay, great, great. Chloe and Weston, did you guys talk about this question? Which movie would you like to live in?
Yes.
Yeah, what were your answers?
That with no exams and no work, like
Okay, and Chloe, what about you?
I want to live in the movie called Up. That is a grandpa and
Right.
the house with many balloons.
Uh,
I want to live in the house and fly to anywhere.
okay, you want to live in the house from Up. Okay, Aisha, what about you? Which movie would you like to live in?
Yeah, I think probably The Lion King.
Oh, you want to live in The Lion King?
Yeah.
So basically, you want to live in an African country.
Actually, I want to be Pong Pong, the pig.
Oh, okay. You want to be
Yeah.
Pumbaa.
Lovely.
Okay, okay. It's a it's a warthog. Yeah. Okay. Let me just. Oh, actually, no. I'll put it here. Okay, the movie I would like to live in is have you guys heard of Star Trek?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some of you did, some of you didn't. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and I would want to be a part of the Star Trek crew.
Yep.
I would love to live in that world.
They are too young to know this.
Have you guys? Well, there are a lot of Star Trek, like different shows happening right now, like Picard and Discovery. But are you guys fans of science fiction, like in general? I mean, you know, Chloe, Weston, do you guys like science fiction?
For me, I seldom notice about this information.
You're not a fan of sci-fi. That's okay. That's totally fine. Weston, are you a fan of sci-fi?
No, I'm not a fan of sci-fi.
Not a fan of sci-fi.
Some setting it may be real, and there are a lot of plots that may be like a lot of plot is not correct with the logic.
Well, of course. Yeah, that's why it's fiction. Yeah, but okay, I see your point. Excellent. Okay, well, I'm just saying, I was just answering the question, where would I like to live in? Yeah, so for me, it's USS Enterprise. Okay, excellent. So, Weston, how about you choose a question? The next question we're going to discuss. Let me show you the list. Where's my list? Here's my list. Okay. Which question out of these questions would you like to have a talk about?
What's the best movie you've ever seen?
What's the best movie you've ever seen? Okay. All right, that's a good choice. Aisha, what's the best movie you've ever seen?
Well, okay. Maybe the first best movie I watched is Titanic when I was young. So it's really, it's really huge. I mean, it's very, very famous, popular, everybody talking about it. So I think it's definitely the one of the best I have ever watched.
Okay, Titanic. I have to say, excellent choice. It's almost 4 hours long.
Exactly.
And the original cut was 6.5 hours, but then the director had to cut it even more. but he still kept it to like 3 hours and 50 minutes or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Weston, your choice, your answer is the best movie you've ever seen.
Because of me, I think although the same movie, I have different feelings. So, from my feeling of I was in kindergarten, that I think every movie is really good, and the feeling that I feel the best is also in kindergarten of watching Doraemon movie, that animation.
Okay. And what movie is that? I'm not really sure.
Like
I've seen it.
every year there will be a movie, and for normally now it's a target to the kids.
So it's a kids movie?
A little bit, and some of them are not.
Mhm. Okay. All right. And Chloe, how about you? What's the best movie you've ever seen?
I think Coco is good. That is told about the skeleton, the people who death and where they go.
Hmm.
And that is a funny movie to explain the death.
Yes. And the afterlife. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's a good choice. That's a very good choice. As for me, I have so many favorite movies. It would take about an hour to to list them. I'm just going to say that I am a very big fan of a Japanese director called Takashi Miike, and I love his movie Audition, and I love many of his movies, but his movie Audition is one of the best thriller movies I've ever seen. And Chloe now gets to choose a question for discussion. Chloe, what would you like to choose?
Are movies good for us?
There we go. Aisha and I kind of touched a little bit on this topic. We kind of both agreed yes,
Yeah.
but we would love to hear if somebody has a different opinion. So Chloe, what do you think? Are movies good for us?
I think it's good because that is the way to relax, and sometimes you can learn some technology in the movie.
Mhm, mhm.
Learn some knowledge in the movie. So I think that is good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Chloe believes they're good, and they're good for us because we relax and sometimes we learn something new. We get some knowledge out of movies. Weston, what do you think? Are they good for us?
The movie that good for us.
Are movies good? Something good that we have in society? Or is it not? What do you think?
Uh, so the movie can teach that is good for the society.
That's true. Movie can be used in many ways. One of them is education. You can have educational movies. But there are also ways that you can use movies in bad things, like propaganda or advertisement. So that's why this question is good.
For some movie, I think they have they always tell some things that they some knowledge or things that the writer that want to say it to us, then
Mhm.
the all of the story were about that things, and then you would there might be a final things that for us to learn and for us to think about some different for those things.
Okay, yeah, yes, that's, I agree with you. And Aisha, would you like to add some more to the idea of why movies are good for us?
So far I'm good.
Nothing else, you got nothing else to say. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, guys, excellent. So, I should choose a question, Chloe choose a question, Weston chose a question. I guess, I should choose a question, shouldn't I? For our
Alright.
discussion. All right,
Yep.
okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the questions. Oh, I like this. Which country makes the best movies?
Okay.
First of all, do we agree that there is one country that makes the best movies? Or there's more than one country that makes the best movies? What do you guys think?
I think more than one country. We just got used to see like American movie, but it doesn't mean it produced the best.
That's right. That
Yeah.
is so right. You're so right. I don't think there is a country in the world that makes the best movies,
Yeah, exactly.
but I think there are countries that have the biggest chance of making the best movies. And you would always put United States, you'd put Japan, you'd put China, and I'd put, you know who I'd put? I'd put Australia there as well. And maybe France.
Yeah.
I would make that pool of countries and say there's a very big chance that the best movie of the year is going to show up from
Yeah.
one of these 6 countries
Yeah.
every year. I don't know which one. It could be US, it could be China or Japan, but there's a big chance that it'll happen in one of these countries. What do you guys think? Which country has the best movies?
Okay.
Chloe, your thoughts?
I think many movies are good. So I just said America they made many movies, and most of them are famous. So so many people they know them. But there are also many good movies in different countries.
Yeah, that is correct. I agree with you. Weston, your thoughts? For example, let me put the question in a different way, Weston. If I tell you this movie is from Romania, would you watch it?
Don't know. Seems what kind of movie?
Ah, there you go. So you still want to see what the movie is about, right? But if I say, oh, it's from Romania, some people would say, no, I don't want to watch Romanian movies. What is that? Why would you? Right. So the country doesn't really matter for you, right?
Right. Because
There we
I
go.
don't really know is that the same writer, different writer have different ways, and they may have the different level, although it's in the same country.
All right. Excellent. Very good. Thanks, Weston. Aisha, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I think it really depends that on the definition of the best. If you say it's a quantity, so I have to agree, like US, maybe India, they have a lot of musical movies,
Yes.
and
yeah.
China. But I'm sorry, I have to respect your idea, but I have to say China is not one of the best movie maker, because they have to evaluate all the content. If anything is against communalist or something bad about saying bad thing of China, they will delete it. And there's definitely not allowed to appear like the national flag of Taiwan, like something like that. Were no gay movie, no homosexual movie. They really evaluate very straight, and they will change the context sometimes. So I won't put China as one of the best movie maker.
Well, yeah, given the situation, right? I wouldn't give it a big chance, but I would still give it a chance. I mean, I've seen some amazing Chinese movies, and I don't know the situation, of course, but I was just saying that from the perspective of the movies I've seen. But yeah, well, so China can be a bystander in our pool of countries. All right, okay, no worries. Guys, I think we should wrap it up, right? We've been around. It's 5 minutes past 9 p.m., right? In your place?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
9 minutes past p.m. So maybe you want to join other clubs that are taking place. And thank you so much for showing up and helping me out to do my first session here in Enjoy ABC. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna share the materials in chat soon. And yeah, I hope I see you guys again for another round of chats. Thank you guys.
Yeah, you did
Thank you.
you did a good job.
Oh, I thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, see you. Have fun. Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.